say, Jack, we have to go back.
Back to where?
I almost hit end broadcast.
That would have been a great start.
For the 0 people that have joined us. Thank you for picking up on that and running with me, even if you did know where it was going. And hi, Charles, and welcome to the Geek Spot News podcast program.
The podcast?
Podcast.
Okay.
If you have not taken a moment to go like and subscribe to the YouTube channel that is Geek Spot News, that is constantly under construction, do that for us, because all of those likes and subscribes help us with all the videos we constantly post.
And the live streams that go up every week.
Live streams do go up every week. Hit the little bell and it'll notify you if you don't mute them like I do and say, hey, they're live.
Yeah, even if you find out on like a Sunday afternoon we decide to go live.
There you go. Randomly, sometimes.
Sometimes it is random.
It is. It's not random to us, but how are you doing?
Good, man. Been busy with all the back to school stuff going on and all those things, trying to catch up. As I was saying right before we started, I've been digging in deep on Fantastic Four to catch up to modern day. I'm only into like the late 80s at this point, though.
We're almost there.
So like issue 360 something, which is a lot, but it's a long time ago still.
The late 80s,
a lot of work to do there still.
The late 80s, I was like 47.
Yeah. I'm in the era of the of when annuals were where they did all their crossovers for a while at Marvel.
Right.
You just had to go buy all like the $4 comics to get the crossover stories. They weren't in the actual comic books anymore.
I've said it a million times. I only really read one comic when I was younger, and that was the Reverse Flash Trial of the Flash comic. And then I moved on to the Armageddon series for a little while, which was fun. It's fun DC series.
Yeah, those were not anywhere close to each other, but yes.
No, they weren't. They were like light years apart.
Like 10 years apart.
Yeah, it wasn't like I stopped this and picked this right up. It was like, let's go do other stuff.
The Trial of the Reverse Flash was in like 82 or 83 before Crisis.
Yes.
Then Armageddon was in like the early 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing Dungeons and Dragons a lot and dating women in the 90s.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it was.
That's what I did the late 90s. And actually, when I stopped reading comics in like 92 on.
Well, then I joined a band. Well, I didn't.
Did you?
Band. Well, I mean, if you ask Maddie Kaplan, I was in the band.
You were involved with the
Without
band.
me, there was no you.
Sure. Sure.
One of us had to show up on time, and I don't mean you. I meant my boss.
Yeah.
No longer.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much me. I watched the finale of Orphan Black, Echoes. I'll talk about that in a little bit. I know you're all caught up on your Orphan Black time.
Dude, finale. Whew, what can I say about it? I'll let you talk about it.
How about you, man? What were you up to?
I am yelling. Hi, Kate. Hi, Dom. Hi, Savius. How are yous? I did nothing this weekend. I literally and physically sat on the couch and played Diablo 4 almost all weekend and still haven't hit level 100. But I was sick Thursday, a little off Friday, and then I didn't feel good. Didn't feel like doing a thing this weekend at all. Nothing. Yeah. No, nothing. I did start watching a TV program.
Doctor Who?
No, not yet.
Oh.
It's I got a couple more episodes of this other show. We might, mention it later, but Bad Monkey on Apple TV, absolutely wonderful so far. Wonderful.
Yeah, it's great. I'm enjoying it immensely. I keep going like, oh, it's going to be just as normal, and then like they keep throwing in twists and turns. We won't spoil anything, but if you enjoyed Vince Vaughn at any point in his career, or you like gritty, dirty crime noir, or you liked Burn Notice or any of those USA style shows, with the wit of a Scrubs or a Shrinking or any of those other things by Bill Lawrence, who's the producer of this. Go check out Bad Monkey. It's only 3 episodes in, so plenty of time to catch up, or plenty of room left in the season, and easy to catch up so far. But it's just super well written, super well done.
It's very and this is I've never been to the Florida Keys, and I know we've had some band friends that have gone down and played shows at Sloppy Joe's. So every time they go down the main strip and Sloppy Joe's, the bar pops up, I'm like, oh, I know that place, but I've never been there. But I know.
Yeah,
it.
I don't remember the week I spent at Sloppy Joe's. So
we never got there. We never got there. I'm pretty sure that was by design. One, because we don't think our manager at the time had that room to book, and 2, I think our manager at the time, as well as our boss at the time, knew that none of us would ever come back alive.
Yeah, I was down there for a week one time, and it was a wild time. We were down there with Mr. Bill Reed was in town.
Jesus.
Both times the band I was in back then was down there. I was only down there the once with them, but it was a long week with the singer with the blown out voice. And once that happens, you're toast for the next 5 gigs. But it was super fun being down there.
Yeah, no, I always, like I said, I always wanted to go. I never actually got to go. And the other show that I've been watching, this is a newer show, a newer take on a show, is Lost.
Lost. That's exciting. That's topical.
Yep. Plane crashes on an island, and people are stranded. And right now, they're just kind of trying to figure out their way. Our friend, one of our friends in the show, Saeed, met a French woman. I'm sure she won't have anything to do with anything later on in the show. But I got sucked back into Lost. So I'm sorry. Sorry for my loss.
Yeah, I was super excited to hear what you thought of Ncuti Gatwa, but it's fine. You're gonna watch Lost
I'm going
again.
to get there. I'm going to get there. I promise.
There's a Christmas special coming.
I'll get there before the Christmas
catch up before
special.
that.
Although,
no.
So in 4 days from when this airs, or when this goes on YouTube, Star Wars Outlaws comes out as a video game. So I'm really excited to play. There's no lightsabers. It's all, stealth, and it's an Ubisoft game. So I'm hoping it's like Assassin's Creed, but with Star Wars people in it.
Fingers crossed. I've seen all of the pre-orders available for me and have chosen not to pre-order.
I'm not pre-ordering. I'm not getting it. I know I could get it a day or 2 early, and I'm I'm not doing that. I have my fantasy football draft for work Wednesday. I have the 4th pick. I know.
Go ahead.
No, I said we know the first 3 picks. McCaffrey's going first. Then Hill, Tyreek Hill second. Saquon Barkley is the 3rd pick. That's my supervisor's pick. And then I have the 4th pick. I kind of know who I want to take, but just in case somebody's watching, can't say anything just yet. Keep you all in suspense.
The King is in Baltimore now. I'm just saying.
The King?
No, I'm a fan. It's okay.
No, I'm taking a running back. I'm taking a running back that's either from the deep south or the north. That's all I can say. And T, what's up?
From somewhere in the country.
The Last Jedi game is phenomenal. And the last thing that I'm watching, I started tonight, just a quick little baseball documentary. Greg Maddux. There's a documentary on Greg Maddux.
Oh, that's good. Probably fun.
Absolutely. I'm about halfway through. It's absolutely awesome. So far.
Very nice.
Just such a brilliant, I hated him growing up because, Phillies fan, but just to hear how his mind worked and how he called his pitches, like how he would catch the ball from the catcher, determined what his next pitch was going to be and how he rubbed his face. It was a whole thing. It's great so far.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
If you're into that, that's cool. Definitely Jedi Survivor. You should finish that, T.
100%.
Speaking of finish, I finally turned on my PlayStation for myself the other day. And I said, let me see what the this new Spider-Man 2 content is. There's none. There's no Spider-Man 2. I was like, it's been like 7-8 months since the game came out, or a year. There's got to be something.
You got new suits.
Yeah, and Game Plus. I was like, oh, so I can cool. Just makes the game easier this time. That sounds great.
Yeah.
No, nothing news there still.
Nope.
Which is a little upsetting.
No. You're gonna get more content for the Acolyte before you get content for that movie.
I feel like
Or
I
that
might,
show.
as long as I don't go to a store.
Well, um, I have lists. I have lists.
Sweet.
Yes. We're gonna run through 2 lists, and one of these is gonna be really fun, and one of these is gonna be, we'll see. Well, I don't like looking at them ahead of time. I just
No, you're going to test my memory with both of them, I think.
this one is for sure. This first one is the 10 worst Game of Thrones parents ranked. Now, I'm not sure if this covers House of the Dragon or if this just covers the original series. So we're gonna
We'll find out.
We're gonna see how Amanda Mullen from ScreenRant.com, who published this 20 hours ago. So this is new.
She's doing a great job. They're not hard up for content at all over there.
I hope so. Coming in at number 10.
Here's Liz, whose bladder leaks drop in uninvited.
Oh my God. Hang on.
But instead of period
You're going to
pads,
get us kicked off YouTube
Oh my
running
God.
that stuff.
so she can bounce on
What are you doing with your
Try.
bladder problems, Frank?
from poise.
I'm really concerned. But now we have to finish the commercial. I need to see what happened with her bladder.
I just can't with this site anymore. I'm gonna have to. Anyway, coming in at number 10. Funny enough to match that ad, Cersei Lannister at number 10. Liz came in.
Oh, I don't know if this list can be any good if Cersei's number 10.
She puts her quest for the Iron Throne above her kids' well-being.
I mean, her
Okay.
kids were her nieces and nephews, so
Well, what's funny is when that first happened, this was such a shock. Now, House of the Dragon, everybody's like, cool.
Yeah, look, Daemon and Rhaenyra are great.
Fuck, whatever. All right, so Cersei's 10. This list can only get better. At number 9 is Lysa Arryn. She babies Robert Arryn to an unhealthy extent.
Oh, is that from the Vale?
Yeah, that's the chick from
I would.
Yes.
I don't know that I would say that she's a bad parent. Just a little over nurturing.
At number 8 is Mace Tyrell, who's hardly seen interacting with Marjorie and Loras.
Yeah, I don't even remember him though.
No,
at all, or
he was
her.
in the small council.
But I mean, they were fun. I'm a big fan of hers.
I was a huge fan of hers.
And what's up to the Ace Raid coming in? Thanks,
number
everybody.
7, I think he should be a little higher. Robert Baratheon.
I mean, we didn't see much of him.
Well,
He was there for what, an episode?
he was sort of.
And I mean, they weren't his kids. So, was he really a bad parent?
Well, that's true. Well, the one was. We find out later. Spoilers.
Yeah, but that's normal for us.
Oh, there's no Yankees. Yuck. Here we go at number 6, Walder Frey. Just doesn't care about his family.
Did he not care about his family though? I feel like he just hated the Starks, but did he not like the Frey kids either?
Well, I mean, kind of when he threatened her, so this little blurb that I'm reading is when Caitlyn threatens his wife's life at the Red Wedding, he just tells her that he'll go find another.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah. All right, number 5. Actually, I would have put him much higher, but being in the top 5 is good for Tywin Lannister.
Oh, there's people above Tywin? Really?
Tywin should be in the top 2 to me.
Yeah, well, look, unless Jaime's number 1.
We'll see.
That Uncle Dad.
At 4, we get Randall Tarley.
Okay.
That's too high for Randall.
Yeah, I don't even remember him.
He didn't.
He said you're testing my memory.
Yeah, that's Sam's dad.
Oh, yeah, whatever. I mean, he was a dick, but
he was. At number 3, Balon Greyjoy. Just never cared about Theon.
I mean, that's he should be up there. That's fair.
Yeah, he should be up there. Number 2, who should be number 1 in my book, Stannis Baratheon, should 100% be the worst parent on this list.
What's
He
wrong with
burned
Stannis?
his daughter.
No, she was a witch.
But she wasn't. She just had a scraggly face.
She's stone. She's a stone person. It's fine.
The worst parent ever goes to Craster.
No.
Well, he did rape and abuse his daughters
Yeah.
out in the wildling.
Yeah.
I would definitely put him in a top 5, but I would 100%. Yeah, see, that's the best. That's the best comment right there. Geek Spot way better than Geek Squad. Thank you, D-Rod. I appreciate that, and I agree with you.
Almost as good as the end of that one.
Go ahead. Oh,
The end of that one. Liked and subscribed.
I love
My
you guys.
favorite.
Thank you
My
so
favorite.
much, everyone. No, Craster was bad, but I would absolutely put Stannis at the top of the list there for burning his daughter alive.
Yeah, I look, Tywin. I still think Tywin was the most consistently abusive in multiple ways.
I would put him at 2 for sure.
He abused all of his kids so differently.
Yeah, he definitely did. All right, and this other one, real fast, is you're gonna love this. 10 great TV show remakes that should have been terrible, but I'm assuming we're not.
We'll find out.
At number 10 is a show you're currently watching for the first time. The Office
Oh,
was remade in 2005 from the English version.
should have been terrible, is what they're saying. And we're saying it's not
Saying
terrible.
it's not terrible.
Okay.
Saying that
We'll
this
see. I'm still in
shouldn't have-
season 2.
Yeah. I want to talk about that after this real fast.
Yeah. I got a few episodes to discuss.
Yes, I can't wait. Number 9 is The Tick that was remade in 2016.
It was fantastic. The
Right.
remake of that show was.
That's
I
what they're
loved it.
saying. Remember, this is shows.
Yeah.
that
No, I
were-
know. The
Yeah.
original was awful. The remake was great.
Fair. I never watched it. Shocker. But
Oh, so good.
yeah. At number 8 is Shameless, which was remade from 2011.
Oh, but that's like it was a Canadian or a British show or something.
Another British show.
Yeah. Look, Shameless was quite enjoyable too. How many of these have you watched so far, Frank? Just one.
The Office.
Okay.
I did watch an episode of Shameless.
My wife watched all of Shameless. I tagged in and out. It's not my kind of show, but it was good. The
Yeah.
stuff that I did watch.
Number 7, Dynasty, that was remade in 2017. I tried to get into the new Dynasty. I watched the old Dynasty with my mom way long ago. I was a big fan of the Carringtons.
Yeah.
Okay? And I watched that whole show, start to finish. And
Now this list is venturing off.
it is a little bit.
It's like trying to say the Flash remake was good.
Oh, I hope that's on here. This Dynasty in 2017 had 5 seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea that show went that long.
didn't
So
know
that
it
went
went
till
that long
that
either.
went through the pandemic, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
At number 6, we get the One Day at a Time remake, remade in 2017.
On
Again,
Netflix.
Yep, 4 seasons. I'm a big fan of the original. Watched it.
They got Schneider back, right?
I believe they did.
Valerie Bertinelli was back. Snyder was back. I believe the Aston, wasn't it an Aston on there?
I think so.
Mackenzie? Was it Mackenzie Aston?
Mackenzie. This just says Justina Machado and Todd Grinwell, but it doesn't show the whole cast.
Yeah, I did not. I heard good things about it
Yeah,
when it was on. But
I didn't. I had nothing bad.
maybe
about
it started on Crackle and ended up on Netflix or one of those. It was one of those weird.
Yeah. Number 5, House of Cards was remade in 2013. Look,
The
man.
one we know is the remake. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when that first dropped, and that first episode had me hooked.
I never got through the last season.
I didn't either. I actually couldn't bring myself to watch it. Not because Kevin Spacey wasn't in it, just because they just lost. It took so long to get going again after that all happened. I just lost steam on it.
Yeah, and it
But
wasn't. It wasn't believable that they were the way they pivoted.
No, but the first what was it? The first 5 seasons were so good.
Yeah,
Like that was
that was a great show.
it was great.
What ad you got this time?
Oh.
On a mattress from Mattress Firm.
That's
So I
a
sleep.
Ooh.
It's the best.
Today's episode brought to you by Mattress Firm
Uh-huh.
Get matched at Mattress Firm.
I don't know
Sleep
why
at
these
night.
are playing when I have them turned
and
on.
Lionel Richie.
Yep.
So it's really all you
definitely.
can ask for in a podcast.
Yeah, if you can't see us on Facebook anymore, thank you, Lionel Richie. Number 4, this is one for Dom. The Last Airbender, remade in 2024. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I didn't see the original. I know you weren't,
that should not be that hot. If this is by how terrible they were,
right.
that's going in the right direction from the other ones. That
Yes.
remake not great.
Yeah, Number 3. Whoa! Okay,
Yes.
cool. How do you sleep? Let's just do this. Let's go back to number 3. Ghosts was remade in 2021.
Yeah, Ghost is like one of the biggest shows in the world still.
Is it?
It's got Rose McIver from iZombie, which should also be on your list to watch. I know you love a good zombie show.
Well, that's different. That's hot zombies.
Is it? It's got the guy from Heroes in it.
She's hot? Siler? Oh, no, the other bad guy from Heroes.
Yeah.
Ooh, we could rewatch Heroes.
We could be
Season 1.
heroes.
We could watch season 1. Number 2, which I also have not seen yet, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which is remade from 2022. I've actually heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, it keeps popping up on Peacock because it wants me to watch it. And the season 3 just dropped.
It's a grittier, more serious
Supposedly
take.
it's great, and the actors are fantastic.
Nothing but good things. And number 1, Veep, based off of The Thick of It, remade in 2012. Again, I heard was phenomenal.
That is also on my list. Oh, that's the other thing I watched. I knew there was something else I watched.
Okay, let's get rid of the commercials.
Sorry, good. Veep's good. We should add some of those to your list.
I I would normally say with the fall schedule coming out, but I don't. I mean, Superman and Lois is coming.
Oh, great.
I've got. Wait, that looks good.
Sure. Harley Quinn's coming.
Harley Quinn's coming.
Kite Man. Oh my God. You need to go watch Kite Man.
Borderlands is coming in 4 days on the 30th. Streaming.
Oh, yeah, streaming.
Oh, I'll have that for next show. Don't worry.
So Kite Man, I'm all caught up. It is so good. It's so much fun.
Is it?
In Harley Quinn, they lean into Bane, and I think I talked about this last week pretty regularly. This show, he's like the third character, third lead, and just the fun they have with Bane is so great. And just lean into him. They have there's no real spoilers here because I'm not going to give away the story piece of it. But so there's the Sexiest Man Alive contest. And one of them is Lex Luthor. It's the Sexiest Man Alive. It's won 7 years in a row. And then they have the good, the bad. The bad is Kite Man, but he went to get superpowers. And so they gave him the powers, the douchebag power.
Wow.
So all he can do is like he points his finger at people and gives them wedgies or shoves their face into their drinks or their food or whatever. Like it's just he's a douche.
Wow.
And he's the bad. And then there's the ugly. And it's Bane is the ugly. And he's so upset. So they give him a full makeover to make him super sexy so he can try and win the contest.
You said it's called Kite Man?
It's so good. It's a spinoff of Harley Quinn because Kite Man was Poison Ivy's fiance on that show till Poison Ivy left him at the altar to be with Harley. That season 5 of Harley Quinn's coming in like 2 months. But Kite Man is way more fun than it has any right to be.
I should be into season 3 of Lost by then. It's probably a good time to hand her off.
Yeah. And then I'll hit before we go over to the other stuff. Orphan Black. Echoes. No, and then we'll hit The Office. Don't worry.
I know. I got you.
Orphan Black Echoes just had their finale. If anybody hasn't heard me talking about that show or has not checked it out or has not watched the original Orphan Black, lots of clone talk through the whole thing. Lots of cool stuff going on with that. They lean into it. They set up season 2 perfectly. With this, the actresses are all top notch that are on the show, and you get some great actors make some appearances too. A couple that you'll know from like 100 different things, and just the storylines that they keep taking and the way they keep moving things around to make it unexpected. Same as we were talking about with Bad Monkey earlier. It's great. Like Reed Diamond. Do you know who Reed Diamond is?
Yep, I think so. Yeah,
he's from Bosch and Designated Survivor and Homicide and Moneyball and Law and Order: Organized Crime and Mosquito Coast and Better Call Saul and he's been in everything.
Right.
You would know exactly who he is if you saw him. He plays the dick in a lot of things. Diamond. I already lost his name. Reed Diamond. He's in it, and he's like probably 10th on the call sheet.
Oh, okay.
And he's great in the show. But like everything about the show is great. It's the same people that did the original. It all twists and ties back to the original storyline, and it's I can't recommend it enough.
Oh my God, he is a dick in everything.
Yeah, and I know I hate every show, but I just want to mention that those were 2 shows that I said are really good, so I highly recommend them.
It's fine.
More than the other show that you want to talk about.
It's fine. It's fine.
So you and I agreed that you would watch Doctor Who.
I am
And
going.
I would watch The Office. So now I'm
have-
halfway through season 2 of
Right.
The Office to your
You have, yes, but it's going to pick up after the season finale of
right. How many episodes are you in on Doctor Who?
after Casino Night. It really, really goes. So wait, so what was the first one you watched?
Casino Night is like
It's the
7
finale.
episodes away.
You're good. You're getting there. You're getting
So
there.
I watched The Carpet.
All right. Where? Oh, that was
Oh, maybe I watched The Secret.
You had to watch The Secret. The Secret was the one I was really excited for you to watch.
I did watch The Secret.
So The Secret, really fast. That kiss between Michael and Oscar was 100%.
That's still not in The Secret.
It's not.
No.
Oh crap!
No.
It's not.
That's the one where no, we talked about that one last time. So
Yeah, we
there
did.
was The Carpet.
That was That was an episode.
Yeah, I was not thrilled
Yeah.
with the Carpet episode. I thought that this is fine, but not really
Yeah.
surprised. I don't know why
No.
they're making it seem like it's nobody would understand it, and then it was just the dickhead guy that used to work there.
Yeah, no, that one wasn't.
Boys and Girls, which I
Another
thought was actually well done,
Okay. Now I look at that one as like I mean, it's good.
but it continues to go back to my like the guy's just an awful like I don't find it funny because he's just a shitty boss all the time.
Patrice O'Neal's in that one. I like Patrice O'Neal.
He is. Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day was good.
That was actually one of the first solid episodes.
Okay.
In my opinion, we're like 30 episodes in or 20 something in, and it's finally one of the first solid ones. And then Dwight's speech,
Dwight's speech was phenomenal.
I got through, which I must say, probably the strongest episode so far was Dwight's speech.
The speech at the end was just across
Just reinforcing that Dwight is our lead character with some autistic tendencies.
I will say this. Dwight is the only character to appear in every episode of The Office and have lines. The only character of the entire cast.
Huh.
So, but
He was also in The Rocker, so he had that going for him.
he did. And he's in Star Trek. He's Harry Mudd in Discovery or Strange New World. Strange New World. Yeah, anyway.
So look, it's getting better. I will keep plowing through.
I'm telling you, the end of this season, and they go into season 3, the dynamic changes and they add new cast members for a little bit.
I have 5 episodes left
Yeah.
this season.
I will start Doctor Who in September.
I think the episode you're thinking of is season 3, episode 1 called Gay Witch Hunt.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah.
I will start Doctor Who in September for you.
Okay.
That's my goal.
5 days.
I didn't say when. Oh, come on.
Yes.
Yeah. What's Liz up to now? Is Liz's bladder
wasn't
doing
Liz.
better?
It wasn't
Oh.
Liz. It wasn't
I don't know.
Liz.
I'm excited to hear Liz's progress throughout the
I
episode.
know, everybody is. It's more exciting than this right now.
So I bet news happened.
Yeah, news happened. I just had to close that one. It's fine. It's okay. So Kevin Costner's Horizon an American Saga is on streaming.
Yeah, it's on
Chapter
Max.
1. Chapter 1.
Already on the Max.
Chapter 2's release date is uncertain. It is planned to premiere at the Venice Film Festival on September 7th. Chapter 3 is stalled, but I go to this one. Chapter 1 failed to earn back its budget. Chapter 2 lost its theatrical release. He's determined to finish the series production on Chapter 3, and he will complete filming for the saga in 2025. There's a 3 and a 4. See?
3 and a 4.
There's a 3 and a 4.
I
He's
didn't
doing a
realize there was.
4?
I thought it was a trilogy. I didn't realize it was a
I thought so too. I do
4-part
want to
saga.
watch. I do want to watch this because I really do like westerns, but I'm finding it hard to bring myself to start it until it's all out at this point, because I've already got enough. I've already got enough cowboy in my life without.
You do. There's plenty of cowboy news, though, right?
Well, there is some Yellowstone sequel news.
Adjacent to
Yes.
him, to Kevin Costner.
Who's not in it?
No.
But there's an upcoming spinoff called The Madison. It's set in the Sheridan-verse, as it's called. It's one of several Yellowstone spinoffs, which include 1883 and 1923, which is only 2. I can't hear you. Oh, you have
So
company.
give that update. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Yes. The Madison has now cast one of its leads, will be played by Lost star Matthew Fox, which, okay. Yeah, I guess he's okay. I haven't really seen anything from Matthew Fox after Lost. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 things. I know he was nominated for an Emmy when he played Lost. He did act apparently in the movie Bone Tomahawk in 2015. And he was in a couple other movies. Nothing really of note. He's the only actor so far announced for the Madison. They have confirmed that suit star Patrick J. Adams, Michelle Pfeiffer, who is out, this is really weird, because she's in it, and they're saying no other else has been cast. Amaya Miller, Ellie Chapman, and Bo Garrett have also been cast. So Michelle Pfeiffer being in it's a pretty big name. So we'll see what happens with the Madison. Hey, you missed all that.
I can't wait for the Madison and the people. Yeah. And Jack's going to be there. He's going to do stuff.
There, as well as Patrick J. Adams, Michelle Pfeiffer, Amaya Miller, Ellie Chapman, and Bo Garrett.
It's going to be great. It's going to be Suits West. Oh, there's already Suits West.
There's already a Suits West?
Yeah. Well, Suits LA.
Where's the other thing? Oh, there was a movie that came out this weekend.
Was there? Borderlands. They re-released it.
No.
Oh.
No. This movie debuted at number 8.
Oh, that's not high.
Mm-hmm. The Crow.
Oh, that's high.
T, you missed it. I'm already back on the island. Okay, I'm already back in. I'm about a quarter of the way through season 1 again. It's a better watch this time around. That's
I've never seen it.
It's a great show. Up until
I never saw season 1.
So The Crow is struggling to meet the best domestic box office expectations with an estimated debut haul between 4.5 and 5 million, which is contrary to the number 1 3-day spot of 17.4 million of Deadpool and Wolverine in its 4th weekend. The second spot locked in is Alien Romulus. So The Crow debuted at lower end of projections at number 8.
Did it beat Borderlands? I heard that it was it actually overtook Borderlands for its low rating on Rotten Tomatoes. But then Borderlands fought hard and took back over that worst rating spot.
So the critic score for The Crow is 21%. The audience approval rating is a staggering 64%.
Well, they don't know.
They don't know.
I think that the with The Crow, like there's been how many Crow movies? Like 6?
16?
There's a reason only one of them came out in theaters.
Right.
Because that was the only one that's good.
I think they were probably partially banking on Skarsgård's popularity from It, maybe to carry a little bit of the weight of this.
You know, everybody knew he was in It.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he was in that. What was the show? It was the Stephen King show on Prime that they did like 2 seasons of, where they told all the random Stephen King stories and kind of moved them on to one town. Council Rock, or
that's it.
No,
yep.
Council Rock. No, it wasn't Council Rock.
It wasn't.
But it was close to that.
I'm agreeing.
Castle Rock. Castle Rock.
That's it. So wait, T, you saw this? Go ahead.
No, Bill Skarsgård was in that and was
right.
Super creepy and fantastic.
Castle Rock, right?
T did see The Crow. It looks like though.
I haven't looked. I haven't gone browsing other channels in a while. I'm going to do that this week and kind of catch up on stuff. So if you have seen it and left a review, I'll pop in and watch that while I'm at work this week because I like listening to stuff like that at work. I really have no interest in seeing it myself. Maybe when it comes to streaming, but like again, it'll probably come to streaming next week at this rate.
I
But,
saw the soundtrack and it tries.
yeah. There's plans to get a second one made.
Oh my god! If they can't pay for the first one, I seriously doubt they're going to do a second one.
I don't know. It's. I mean, yeah. If it's not gonna, okay. If it's not making money, it's not gonna be. You can't make a second one, right?
Well, look. So I think that ties back to something broader that is hindering all of our media experiences now, right? We're making things that aren't good, first of all, but then we're waiting to see if anybody likes it before we renew or pick up a second one. So now the lag time between things is like so long.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Even if we had, and I know we're going to talk about it at some point, gotten an Acolyte season 2, we're like 3 years out. I'm not going to give a shit about the Acolyte in 3 years or that storyline.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so tough to keep track of all that stuff anymore because there's such a lag. Unless you do what everybody's kind of judging The Boys for, where they're like, oh my god, another 2 years between seasons. It's like, yeah, we get Gen V in the middle though, so that's fine.
Right. The only thing that the only other thing that's really going to suffer is going to be the House of the Dragon, where we're not getting that for 2 more years now. Like it's,
Right, but we're getting it in between, right? We're getting that night show or whatever next year.
Right, Knight of the Realms or Knight and His Boy or some
Forgotten
shit.
Realms, yeah, Dragonlance.
Look, if they, dude, first stop, don't play with my emotions, okay? You know who's been trying to get a Dragonlance movie off the ground forever?
I don't.
Oh god, the guy that played oh crap.
Yeah, that guy, dude, so good.
Guy at the end of Justice League. Not Deadpool, the other one.
Darkseid?
No.
Terminator.
The guy that Manu Bennett played. Fuck, why can't I think of his name?
Yeah, Deathstroke.
Yeah, Deathstroke.
Joe Manganiello.
Yeah. He's a huge Dragonlance fan. He's been trying to get it.
I would take a little Sturm.
Thank you.
Sturm, what's his name? Sturm.
Right? Like, dude, don't tease me about it. Okay? I'm still mad that we're never going to get a Drizzt Do'Urden in live action. That's what I'm also waiting for. Now you got me off on a thing.
I love it.
Okay.
I'm looking for my Dragonlance book over on my bookshelf, but I can't find it.
Oh, man, I reread them about a year and a half ago. Kind of skimmed through them. They're still such good stories.
Yeah, this is the one that has the bunch of short stories with Raziel and all the, yeah.
Oh, I'm a huge Raceland fan. Huge fan. Anyway.
There you go.
There's going to be a new espionage thriller on Peacock.
Is it The Killer?
It's not. It's called Ponies.
Because The Killer just dropped on Peacock.
It's set in Moscow, 1977.
Oh.
Right? You know who's going to star in it? One of my favorite actresses, Emilia Clarke. That's what's up.
Oh, that sounds great for you.
It does. It's so the official description for the series is Moscow, 1977. 2 ponies, persons of no interest in intelligence speak, work anonymously as secretaries in the American embassy. That is until their husbands are killed under mysterious circumstances in the USSR, and the pair become CIA operatives. B, who's Emilia Clarke, is an overeducated Russian-speaking child of Soviet immigrants. Her cohort, Twyla, is a small-town girl who is as abrasive as she is fearless. Together they work to uncover a vast Cold War conspiracy and solve the mystery that made them widows in the first place.
Everything about that sounds awful.
I love it. I love stuff like that.
T, giving us some inside baseball on The Killer. He watched 15 minutes of it and almost broke his TV.
What was The Killer again?
It has another Game of Thrones collection. If you like Emilia Clarke and the Queen of the Dragons, Missandei, or whatever her name was, she's in it.
Oh.
Along with
Fast and the Furious.
Huh?
She's in Fast and the Furious.
Is she? Sure. And along with a bunch of other Sam Worthington and a bunch of other people are in it. It's a John Woo remake of a movie that his first movie or like one of his first movies.
Okay.
But it's he's been trying to remake it since '88, and is finally able to, and it has not been getting glowing reviews.
Speaking of remakes,
Reboots.
how about Richie Valens heading back to the big screen? How about Mucho Mas Media and Sony Pictures have teamed up to develop a remake of the Golden Globe nominated 1987 film La Bamba? Because of all the things we need in the world, we need to destroy that classically gifted. That was a really good movie. Okay. La Bamba was great.
Yeah. Look, you're not finding another Lou Diamond Phillips that can pull off Richie Valens the same way.
No. And just why?
And who knows who Richie Valens is anymore?
Exactly.
Like, I mean, they died in 58, 61, 50? What was the day the music died? What was the day the music died? It was one of those.
The 50s?
Esai Morales as his brother was fantastic.
Yeah.
Richie. No, Richie. That's so good.
February 3rd, 1959.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, nobody that's going to watch this remembers that, right? So, like,
No.
the only reason that we knew about it is because there was the Buddy Holly story with Gary Busey and La Bamba.
Right.
And I don't think they ever did a Big Bopper movie, but they should have.
Yeah, they just kind of had him in both, I think. But, I mean, he was more in the Buddy Holly one than he was in the La Bamba one because there was more.
Yeah, because
But
Richie
still,
just joined that tour. Like
why
week
would
before.
you? I don't know. Why would you remake that?
Because they don't have any ideas.
It's so sad.
They were like, we could do The Acolyte season 2, or we could remake La Bamba.
Well, no, they're two different companies, so they can't.
I'm just, I was just assuming that was their. We could make a Borderlands movie, and Borderlands 2, or we could remake a La Bamba. One's a lot cheaper, and it'll probably make the same money.
La Bamba still is good, T. I agree, and it's a sad movie too.
Oh yeah,
I still know all the words that have la 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 Bamba.
Oh
See?
God, okay.
No. Anyway, Ted Lasso is heading towards a season 4 greenlight. Warner Brother Television's picked up the options on the original cast members Hannah Waddington, who played Rebecca, Brett Goldstein, who played Roy Kent, and Jeremy Swift, who played Leslie. It is believed that Jason Sudeikis is involved in the revival in some capacity as an executive producer. That's good news if they're going to take it in a different direction. One other thing I did read is that Phil Dunster won't return as a series regular due to conflicts with other shows. Again, that's a good thing. That means they're going to take it take the team in a different direction, move it to the women's team that they teased at the end of season 4. Do something cool like that.
Yeah, it's fine.
And I'm okay with it.
Do you still call it Ted Lasso though?
I don't know. I mean, maybe he pops in as a cameo here and there from the States. Maybe he comes to visit.
Call it the Kents.
The Kents? No.
Like the Connors when Roseanne left? No. Come on.
Oh.
A little something.
But I mean, like, there is a door that they could open and do something. But I thought
Connors is on season 6, man. It's not a bad plan.
It really, but like, I don't know. You might have to rename it, but Ted Lasso, the Lasso Chronicles, or the Roy Kent Chronicles, maybe. I don't know.
We'll see. It'll be look, if it's as well written as the original, we're good, right? Like,
yeah.
If it's not well written, it's going to tarnish the whole legacy, though. So
Exactly.
I hope they do it the right way.
I do also. Over on the Deadpool side of things, Ryan Reynolds revealed that the most gruesome cameo that he had to cut in the whole film was his Wrexham partner, Rob McElhenney, who was supposedly in the film's final act.
No, I thought it was earlier. Is it TVA?
He was supposed to be in it earlier, and he got cut because of the overflow of the final act. I'm sorry.
It sounded more to me like it just didn't work.
Yeah, and I think they're going to try and like put it in
It'll be in the deleted
a
scenes.
deleted scene or something like that. Um,
Remember when you could get those for movies? You know how hard it is to buy the version that has deleted scenes now without buying the DVD?
yeah, I remember.
Because Prime will give them to you still, but they're at the end of the movie.
Right, you have to go.
They're
all
not
the way
separate.
through
You have to fast forward through and then fast forward through all of the director's commentary and all that kind of crap to get to the good stuff. Vudu still has it, but then you're on Vudu. So,
Right.
lots of not great parts there.
So we mentioned the Acolyte, and before I go through the little TikTok news thingy I have, we mentioned last week during the show, Danny popped in for 8 seconds to tell us that the Acolyte was canceled for season 2 or not.
Cried and cried.
Look, the news that's starting to come out. There's stuff that's starting to come out now, little by little, about behind the scenes friction between the showrunner and Disney. Disney actually did not want Zhong Jie. Am I saying that right? From Squid Games?
I feel like that's probably wildly wrong, but maybe.
No, I mean it's spelled JUNG/JAE. I'm gonna guess it's Zhong Jie.
Young Jai?
Yeah, let's go with Master Soul.
That's great.
That way I'm not butchering his name. Master Soul, Disney actually had an actor in mind to play Master Soul.
Well, his first name's Lee.
There you go. That would have been Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves was almost cast as Master Soul.
I don't know that would have been any better, but it would have been interesting to see him and Carrie Ann Moss.
It would have.
Which I wonder if she was cast after or at that same time.
Leslie Headland, the creator of the show, struggled to create Master Soul until she saw Squid Games. She wanted him, Disney wanted Keanu, and she won out. I also didn't realize that the actress that played Ventressa is married to the showrunner. I didn't realize that, or maybe I did and we talked about it and I just totally forgot that we talked about it.
I didn't realize that the girl that played Osha and May was Rue from Hunger Games.
I didn't know that either. Interesting. But and T makes up a good point, and you said it too. Would it have made it any better if he was cast as Master Soul? I don't know, because we don't know how the character would have been written if Keanu was cast.
I feel like it would have been written the same, with the same struggle to speak in full sentences.
Man.
And
worst Jedi ever.
Yeah, I don't look unless the script was different with Keanu, I don't think it would have mattered.
Now, there's something like 25,000 people have signed a petition to bring it back.
That's so few.
I think. That Disney is still interested in bringing Keanu in for some future Star Wars role, which is great because I love Keanu.
Sure.
And that's awesome. But I really don't think he would have changed the course of the show because the writing still sucked. And that's generally what brought the show down to me was the writing.
You still wouldn't have understood why he was obsessed with a little girl.
No.
Like there was still there's no description as to why, and that little girl, I got it. She's got to come with me. Like, all right. Creepy Jedi monk, got it.
Not even just that. It's just like you're holding them. We went over. I don't even want to go back to it. Okay? You're force holding the two girls. Just bring the damn whatever. Bring them both over.
So,
Even
but
if you got to force pull them over and hurt them that way. Bring them both over.
But do you think Skeleton Crew is going to save it all?
No, I think Skeleton Crew is going to be fun. I think Skeleton Crew is going to be a fun. They say it's going to be geared towards adults and kids, but I think it's probably going to be geared a little bit more towards a younger generation, which is fine. It's fine.
They got to do something to get them. I've seen a lot with Acolyte reviews, comparing it to the Clone Wars and things like that, because the first season of Clone Wars was wildly panned.
Yeah, I remember.
To be fair, I think the first season of Clone Wars probably cost a 100th of what this season of The Acolyte cost for 8 episodes versus 20.
Oh God!
So I mean, there's that factor to consider too, right? If you're taking big swings all the time, then they're big misses.
Yeah.
And nobody takes small swings anymore, right? They either go all in and spend $100 million an episode on crap, or or they don't make it.
Let
Is
me
where
ask
we're
you
at.
this. The Phantom Menace came out, and it was the first Star Wars content we had had in what, like 20 years or something like that, I think
Yeah.
it was at that point. And it was like, oh my God, this is awesome. And then it really went, oh my God, this Jar Jar character is terrible.
See, I didn't
But
bump
then
up
years,
against Jar Jar that much.
what? No, not us, not you in specific. I meant like the general populace. And then it came and kind of had a little bit of a resurgence where now people look back at it and go, well, it really wasn't that bad. Is that going to happen to the Acolyte if it's still able to be seen?
No.
Nobody's going to, like, down the line in 10 years look back and go, this actually wasn't bad.
No, because why would you? Why would you watch it?
Exactly.
Right? Like the amount of content that they're putting out on Disney Plus, it's like, hey, if we're not going to keep going with this, why what's the point to ever watch an unfinished product?
The only thing I would ever watch from this is I would Google the lightsaber fights only. Because again, I keep saying that was to me the best part of the whole, 8 episodes, 7 episodes?
Yeah, 8,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. In other random news, Spider-Man 4 is expected to release in theaters in July of 2026.
Before Beyond the Spider-Verse. Great.
Yeah, those two guys are no longer working with Disney.
Yeah, I don't understand.
No, I want to dig into that next week.
Oh, Bash and Attack of the Clones.
See, Attack of the Clones just had good moments for me. I wasn't a big. That wasn't my favorite of the three.
The love story is awful, but like some of my favorite lightsaber fights ever are in Attack of the Clones, which really make up for all the bad parts for me. Like the Dooku Yoda fight. Oh my God,
that's phenomenal. Was Attack of the Clones the one with the sand?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the love story with Padma. Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah. Where'd you go after that?
And yes, Spider-Man 4 is expected to release in July 2026. The film will likely be a multiverse story.
Oh, God damn
it. Dude, we're not getting away from the multiverse.
But they keep talking about, so that means Tom Holland's like going to be back in full Marvel for 3. I mean, everything else he's done has been crap. So like good for him. You go back to the Marvel well.
I mean, Uncharted 2 has a shot at being okay.
But
Mark Wahlberg will be closer to Sully's real age.
Jeez. I did just see that, they're still filming voiceover for Beyond the Spider-Verse, which makes no sense to me.
I don't know that situation. I want to.
Right, it was slated and on the calendar to come out 2 months after the first one.
Yep.
So I don't understand how now 2 years later you're recording dialogue. That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know.
So I don't understand what happened to they got to do a documentary about what happened to Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Great. Nobody 2 has begun filming with Timo. I can't even begin to pronounce his last name. TJAHJANTO directing in theaters August 15th, 2025.
See if Liz's bladder can tell us.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm going to shut that down so that doesn't happen again. Thank you. What else do I have? Quentin Tarantino said the Toy Story trilogy is so perfect that he'll never watch Toy Story 4.
I did see that.
It's funny.
Timo. Oh yeah, Shijanto.
Oh, I would have never got that.
That's probably not right. Oh, but look at that cast. Connie Nielsen, Christopher Lloyd, Sharon Stone, Bob Odenkirk, Colin Hanks is back.
For what?
For nobody.
Nobody?
I can't wait.
The first one. I'll watch the first one right before the second one comes out.
The first one's so much fun.
You said that. You've said that. RDJ will reportedly be paid $100 million. $100 million to star as Dr. Doom. He could end up making 200 with all the box office incentives. That's insane. That's more money than CD Lamb just got.
Yeah, it doesn't even look. We'll see what they do with it. I trust McFeely. Because I think he's the one that's back, right? Is it McFeely or Marcus? I think it's McFeely. I trust him as long as they now talk to him before they write another goddamn word for any of these movies.
For who?
Or before they go back and do reshoots for any of these other movies. You need to go talk to that guy before you write anything else on a piece of paper in Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
Well, look, they brought back the writer that made one of the writers that made phase 1 phase 1, 2, and 3 not suck. He was the through line. Those two, Marcus and McFeely, were the through line through all 3 phases. They wrote Thor 2.
Yeah, T's right. The Doctor Doom movie will have to make $2 billion to make a profit.
It might be the movie that brings back the theaters. It's going to be like the Nicole Kidman of AMC.
Let me see. Brad Pitt and George Clooney were each paid $35 million to star in Wolves. Director John Watts was paid $15 million. Movie will be in theaters for 1 week before releasing on Apple TV Plus September 27th.
Okay.
Interesting strategy.
We talked about Wolves earlier, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they got to release it in theaters so it qualifies for awards. You don't
Right.
cast them guys without trying to get awards.
Right. Josh Gad is officially writing the script for Spaceballs 2.
Nope.
Don't need it.
No. Look, unless it's the search for more money.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it was?
That's what it was.
That was just on this weekend. I left it on for my kids. They promptly stared at their phones and left.
Basically. And the other thing I saw
another one where you can't tell the jokes that way now. So it's going to have the same shitty problem that the history of the world had.
So bad. I want to pull this up really, 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 really fast before we go on and get out of here. Really, 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 really fast. Where is it? Because this is going to be fun. In the pop culture group that I'm in. Where is it? There's a rumor that in the post-credits scene of Fantastic Four First Steps, Kang the Conqueror's variants will all be killed by Doctor Doom. Now, the comments, one friend said, it's going to look racist as hell if that happens. But like,
yeah.
I mean, you can't do that, can you? Like,
I mean, they could.
They could, but why? It's a shame that.
But they still have to recast somebody as Kang and all the variants.
I mean,
is it Terrence Howard? Do they bring Terrence Howard back as the variant?
That would be the ultimate meta move. Would be to recast him and bring him back as Terrence Howard, and don't kill him off.
Like, look, if you just cut Terrence Howard the check, he'll show up to get killed. He'll do it.
He'll do it by his own math.
T is very concerned that Marvel's going to do this.
That happen either. Like, honestly, I think look. It's a shame that it went down the way it went down. It really is. He was sensational in the role. I use that word sensational much also a lot.
We definitely watched different things that he was in, but that's
I
cool.
loved him as Kang. I thought he was great.
Great.
I didn't like the movies he was in. Ant-Man 3 was a terrible.
He was great in Lovecraft Country.
He was. I didn't see it.
Oh, that's another show you should watch. So good.
Really
that was when I was like, I really like this guy, and then everything that he did after that made me not say.
I really thought he was great, honestly, in the Loki series as Kang, as that variant, and I thought he was good in Ant-Man 3. He was good, and he was great. Actually, he was great at the end of Loki. Like, he was at the first season. That was like some really good, powerful acting. And it may have went a little sideways after that, but I enjoyed it.
It's good.
Is it fine?
It's fine. It's great for you.
You
enjoyed it.
That's it. That's all I got. Liz, we'll catch up with Liz next week. He was really good in Creed 3, and I thought Creed 3 was not a good movie, T.
Speaking of that, do we ever get a wrap up from the end of Ant-Man 3 where there's a new timeline that they're all stuck in? No, probably not. Just
it's a multiversal thing.
Great. Love it.
Oh, by the way, before we go, I did show you a picture, and maybe I'll throw it up on our Instagram, but I bought a Halloween/Christmas decoration over the weekend.
It's very tall.
I bought a 6-foot stormtrooper that is animatronic. The head moves and it talks. And I have to WD-40 the neck a little bit because it creaks and groans when it moves. We set it up Saturday, put it in the living room, and it's right as you walk in the door. It's like right at the wall, like right on the other side of the living room, which isn't really that long. It scared the shit out of my mom because it wasn't there before, and she
God damn
oh yeah. And then last night, what I did was my kid works the 3 to 11 shift at Wawa, so he usually gets home around midnight or so. I turned the motion sensor on and went to bed, and then I set the Ring camera up to record.
Yeah.
It didn't quite scare him, but he definitely looked over at the thing and was like, "You asshole."
That's fair. That's fair. I
Because I
feel like
heard
that was
all
the right reaction for him to have.
Absolutely was. Oh, do I have to do the thing?
So, hey, thanks for finding the Geek Spot, everybody. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe if you're watching the video. And if you're listening on the podcast, subscribe to the channel there too, unless you're on YouTube Music, then you'll never be able to find it again. And check me out, jackkidmusic.com. I'll be back out and about soon. I think I got 2 privates this weekend, but other than that, I'll be back out the rest of September with Super Train and Fab Fly and doing solo acoustic stuff. And we'll catch up on some more stuff. Everybody have a safe, happy holiday weekend, and we'll see you soon.
See yous.